Most of the time, the last pick should be left to you, the mid laner, since this is the solo lane and it is most important to not get countered. But since the other mid laner usually picks last as well, the lane is 50-50 if it would be in your favor. So what should you look at when picking mid? How well your hero combos are. For example, if you have a Faceless Void as a carry, you might pick Invoker to cut in his ult, or a Silencer to allow Void the opportunity for a good chrono. How well your hero are against theirs. The matchups in Dota are very important. As you play more and more, you can start to get a sense from the draft if your other lanes will lose or win. If they are a losing lane, I personally try to pick a hero that will turn that around. For example, in this game, their offlaner and mid laner were already picked, Legion Commander on the offlane and Invoker on the mid lane. The first thing that came to my head was that LC is very good against my carry, and if I pick Pudge and keep myself hidden, I can always save him from duel. My second thought was that Pudge lanes well against Invoker, since he has 20 more damage than him in the early stages. I will at least get to level 6 faster and start roaming. And it worked.
Dire's middle tower is insured. That thing is standing on its last. Tell Dire's middle tower is in trouble from the way it's being destroyed as I speak.
It worked this time. You have to keep in mind that you may lose the mid lane but still dominate the game after. Or the opposite, you can definitely destroy mid but be unable to effectively help your other lanes. And that's why I love Dota. There are infinite amount of things that can change the course of a game. You just can't think of all aspects and you cannot cover them all. Drafting is a skill of its own that only gets better by playing the game and understanding matchups more and more. When to roam. Roaming is really important. At minute 7 to 14 is when you should be the most active hero on the map, because at that time you are the strongest hero in the game. Unless you're Broodmother, Lone Druid or Beastmaster, a hero that needs to push the tower before he goes to the other lanes, please, for the love of God, don't park your ass on the mid lane as if it's your second home. Anyways, rotating is important, we get it, but where should I go? Wherever you can get kills. Usually an offlaner like Timber or a carry like Anti-Mage feel like a waste of time to gank, since most of the times they will get away. So think of that when you're roaming. If your carry is getting hammered, you should relieve some pressure off him. Get the supports to ward the jungle for him safely, or if you've destroyed their mid laner and he's farming woods, tell your carry to take the mid lane as it is safer. Just be active and think of what helps your team the most.
If there is a dead lane, do not push it. It's a trap.
Usually your offlaner has the ability to take down a tower in less than 10 minutes. That lane becomes dead. If you push a tier 2 tower too early, you're fighting into vision, a TP place for them, and a tough ass building that shoots meteors. As Nike's your brother says, don't do it. Little tips and tricks. Taking aggro. If you attack command on an enemy hero, you take aggro from creeps and towers. That allows you to control the lane a little bit. For example, move the opponent's creeps towards your range creep to deny it easier. Warding. Since we know how to take aggro now, you can easily check if the mid laner has a ward during the nighttime by taking aggro of creeps from the high ground. If the creeps attack you, the enemy has a vision of you via ward. Fighting for runes at minutes 4 and 6 can give you the advantage that you need to win the mid lane. Call in your teammates if you have to. It is really important to have warded at minute 6. I usually bring my wards at minute 5:30 to have vision, as it is the most important rune in the mid lane fight. It gives the ability to push the lane hard or get a kill or reset. Use spells to take creeps. Don't just try to harass the enemy hero. If you're losing your lane and your hero is good at killing stacks, make stacks for yourself. Just be sure that the mid laner doesn't steal it. Call in your supports if you need to. Cost. In the mid lane, cost for everything is HP. How much HP do you give to do a certain thing? Whether it's killing a creep or harassing the enemy hero. I love the mid lane as many players don't really think of what's worth what. Most of the time players value the range creep and will try to kill it, and you can take advantage of that. I would say if you hit him 3 times and he still takes the creep, it is worth it for you. If their attack is stronger, don't exchange slaps as he will outslap you and push you out of the lane. Bringing in salves and tangles to be ahead of your opponent is smart, but don't overdo it. He might get boots or some item that changes the balance of the mid lane and you won't have enough gold to follow up. In conclusion, be active, use your team and have fun. See you later, alligators!